Bank has long been one of Brisbane's most desirable suburbs, and with good reason. This is the social and cultural hub of the city, and these days it has even more to offer than ever before. Given its name because it sits on the southern banks of the Brisbane River, one of South Bank's biggest draw cards is its very cool man-made beach. The iconic attraction is looking fresher than ever after a multi-million-dollar revamp and new interactive play areas for the kids. But it's not the only new addition to the area. The riverside suburb is also now home to its very own public herb garden.
Jerry, we're here in the Epicurious Garden. Where did it get its name from?
Well, Epicurious describes a person that has a constant pursuit for something which is different and delicious.
Horticulturalist Jerry Colby-Williams says that within reason, passers-by are welcome to help themselves.
As the garden matures, the productivity here is going to be pretty good, and there will be a supply of things for people to help themselves too.
The garden covers a space of over 1,500 square metres and is designed to encourage and inspire its visitors.
Oh, wow.
You can eat the flowers, and the leaves, you can put those in baking and they'll impart the aroma into the cake.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lovely thing. Isn't it nice how food can look pretty?
Yes, absolutely. On the plate and in the garden.
Yes.
A short walk away is the city's science centre. It's an institution here in South Bank, but it's constantly changing with new and interesting exhibitions to entertain the littlies and, of course, us bigger kids too.
No one would ever know it was me. One of the taglines of this centre is there's no visitors, only participants. Pretty cool.
I don't think we've even been to all the different floors in here yet, so the different sections. So yeah, no, it's great.
Upstairs, you can join a spider feeding demonstration with resident arachnologist Dr. Rob Raven.
These spiders are older than most of you. These spiders are at least 10 years old, some of them.
It's a great way to face your fears and learn a little more about our eight-legged friends.
They're a bit like possums and things like that. Other animals that they breed once a year and they keep on growing.
After all this action, there's plenty of places around South Bank to unwind, but my tip is to head to the newest attraction, the Charming Squire. It not only has a great menu for lunch and dinner, it has its own brewery on site.
Tell me, what is the benefit of having the brewery above the bar like this?
The practical benefit is that you've got fresh beer on tap. So you've got these fermenters here. We can do different styles each week or however quickly it turns over. And then the lager tanks, they go from that straight to the tap. So it doesn't get any fresher than that.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Resident brewer Anthony Clem says opening up in South Bank made perfect sense.
It's a really happening place, South Bank. So there's lots and lots going on around here. There's lots of cafes. There's obviously South Bank and the river and the West End precinct is really going ahead in Brisbane, I think. So it seems like a really good, obvious spot to put something like this.
The brew house is all about building an appreciation for beer and encouraging visitors to be adventurous with their selections. Self-proclaimed beer pilgrim Tim Charity is making a living out of travelling the world and sharing his love of the amber ale.
Beer used to be seen as quite a one-dimensional thing. It was the one style of beer to be drunk by the bucket load at a barbecue on a Sunday with your mates watching the footy. That's what beer used to be, but it's not anymore, as you can see.
He tells me craft beers are all about quality over quantity and appreciating the unique flavours.
Not many people would think of ordering a beer with a chocolate dessert, but I think it's a match made in heaven personally. I've converted a lot of people to drinking dark beers by giving them chocolate.
Oh, yum. This is divine. Okay.
Give it up.
Oh, God.
Right? Very good.
It's a great way to top off a visit to this hip and happening Brisbane suburb. And if you're lucky, to learn a little about the long and fascinating history of one of our favourite bevies.
First groups of humans to settle down on farmlands did so to grow barley grains in order to make beer, and this was 9,000 years ago. So it's pretty mind-blowing how far it goes back. Thanks for joining me.
May history continue through the ages.
Shall we?